Vamos a tener varias oportunidades de fotografía. We're going to have lots of photo ops later on. If you guys would please take your seats. Thank you. Pues, welcome to Mexico. Bienvenidos a México.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here. George and I went out for dinner last night and it was amazing.
That sounds great. Que están muy emocionados de estar acá y fueron a cenar anoche y la pasaron increíble. So guys, Fashion Police, it's really grown. I mean, you have a huge amount of fans in Latin America and all around. And how does it feel to understand the reach of the show? I mean, to see, you know, how much it gets seen in the world.
It's weird because we're still trying to comprehend it and understand it ourselves. I mean, the amount of people, and especially men, that come up to me and they're like, do I look alright? Is my outfit good? I'm like, I don't care. Like, that's just my job. But it's really funny, like how it's just picked up everywhere, and then when you realize that E is in more than 100 countries all over the world, you really start to realize how many people watch it. It's crazy.
And it's wild when you're in an airport in Mexico City and someone comes up and says, oh, I love your show, or I was on a safari in South Africa. And it was in the middle of nowhere, and someone on the bus was like, hey, Fashion Police! It's
really,
the zebra's like, should I wear stripes or spots? You know?
What was that?
The zebra's like, should I wear stripes or spots? Están contando que es muy divertido entender el alcance que tiene Fashion Police en el mundo. Se encuentran en las calles con personas que les piden consejos de moda. A Kelly le pasa como que un señor cualquiera le dice, oye, ¿qué tal estoy vestido? Y ella es como, pero perdón, eso es mi trabajo, nada que ver. George contando más bien que estuvo en un safari en África y que fue muy divertido ver como alguien hasta allá puede estar viendo Fashion Police. So guys, well, I know lots of people have this on their minds. Sé que mucha gente quiere preguntar cómo es trabajar con Joan. What's working with Joan like? I mean, she seems so crazy.
She's a nightmare. No,
es una pesadilla.
Joking.
She is the most fun, professional woman I've ever worked with in my life. From the second we walk in there to the second we leave, we are all just laughing. And we get in trouble because we all like each other too much. And start really getting too conversational, and then Melissa Rivers, who's Joan's daughter, who I call the HBIC, head bitch in charge. She's our producer, so she's on the floor and she yells at us because we're like school children. It's really funny. It's the most fun job I've ever had in my life.
And Joan is the hardest working woman in show business.
That's so true.
I mean, you know, we'll get there very early. We shoot very early in the morning, and we know that Joan will have been there 4 hours before us, and she will have, you know, just gotten off of a plane somewhere, and she would have just done a show in Las Vegas, and then that night she's going to be doing another show somewhere else, and it's, you know, you can never say that you're tired in front of Joan Rivers.
No.
She's been working, you know, 20 hours longer than you have, and it's going to go 20 hours more.
And how it usually works is that she flies in the night before, she stays up all night and preps jokes for the show. We never know what is going to be said. Most of the time it's off script. That's why we started with 1 lawyer in the booth and now we have 4. And it's just like you just never ever know what she's going to say. And then she leaves straight from the set, gets in a car, goes on a plane to wherever else she's going. She never stops.
Wow, it's incredible. Okay, dicen que trabajar con Joan es impresionante, que la mujer nunca para de trabajar, que puede trabajar 20 horas seguidas y llegar allá al set a seguir dándole. They also say that, this is a lot of information, they also say that, también dicen que es muy divertida y que en el set a veces se meten en problemas de tanto que se la llevan bien. De hecho, Melissa Rivers, que quizás la han visto en nuestra pantalla también, es la hija de Joan, productora del programa, a quien Kelly cariñosamente llama Head Bitch in Charge. Was that right? Okay, que es la jefa perra. Pero que es muy divertido, que siempre lo regañan, pero que pasan un buen rato. Okay, just like, yo sé que ustedes tienen muchas preguntas, pero voy a hacer un par más. Just 2 more quick questions before the press gets to you guys. So, George, tell us about how you got to the show.
Oh, you know, I'm a real fashion stylist, and I was a fashion editor, associate fashion editor at the New York Times Magazine for 8 years, and I just kept doing, you know, television sound bites, and I met people at E, just going out to various things. And when this job came up, they called me and asked me to audition, and after a couple of weeks of, you know, being very nervous, I ended up getting it, and it was, you know, changed my life. So.
Well, congratulations. You have lots of fans here. ¿Cierto que tiene muchos fans en México? George también. Sí, gracias, Raúl. good, yeah. Well, George cuenta que fue editor de moda en el New York Times por 8 years, more or less, por 8 años más o menos, que llegó al casting simplemente y que le fue muy bien, y después de unas semanas de mucha emoción y tensión, pues logró tener el papel, la parte más bien en Fashion Police. And how did you get to the show?
Because I was the only one that Joan liked. She hated everyone else. That's the truth. They auditioned a lot of people, a lot of young girls, and Joan didn't like any of them. And then, because I've been working on and off with her pretty much my whole life, I remember the first time I got interviewed by her was on the Joan Rivers show with my dad when I was probably about 6. So it was just one of these things that I say is fate, we were meant to work together. It's just amazing.
Para Kelly fue el destino. Desde los 6 años, curiosamente, conoció a Joan siendo entrevistada junto a su papá, Ozzy Osbourne, en el programa que tenía Joan en esa época. Pero luego simplemente quedó en el casting porque fue la única chica que le gustó a Joan. Así de sencillo. And it's no wonder, you dress beautifully. Could you give us a little twirl here? That's great. Okay, una vueltita, ¿no? Oh, beautiful. One more they're asking for.
And by the way, we match. But
this is the weirdest thing.
Planned.
This keeps happening. It's the second time third time in a row now.
Quite a bit. It's kind of crazy.
Pues el hecho de que estén combinadas que es pura coincidencia, dice. So, what are you wearing?
My shoes are Aldo. My earrings are Aldo. Oh god, this is such a fashion folk. I have no fucking idea what I'm wearing.
Look, see? Okay. What is it? It's Semaya Vinity?
I'm going to the stylist.
Well, he's kind of right. I don't know. What is this? Semaya?
I'll get you the spelling.
Google it. Google it. Se escribe T-S, Semaya
There's a little gold.
Vinity.
I think it's Dries or
No, it is. All right.
Take it off.
I am not taking my clothes off.
Kelly does a nice mix of like high-end and accessible, and there's always, it's never like a head-to-toe Chanel or Lanvin. She always mixes it up very
Well, that's a great tip. Es un excelente tip que podemos seguir, digamos, de la forma de decir de Kelly que observa a George. Y es que tiene una muy buena mezcla de ropa high-end, o sea, de alta costura o de alta factura, y cosas que son un poquito más asequibles. For example, your accessories and your shoes are from Aldo.
Yeah, and that's it. My watch isn't though. But it's one of those things that I know now that I'm on Fashion Police and young girls look up to me and I've become a style icon, which is scary and weird for me to even say. But I don't ever want to be that kind of person that they can't emulate. Like, oh, I can get that shirt too because it's at H&M.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that kind of untouchable celebrity.
That's beautiful. That's very conscious of you. Kelly, de una manera muy bonita y consciente, dice que le gusta esta mezcla de su ropa porque ella le gusta ser un ícono pero asequible para la gente. Le gusta saber que las chicas pueden realmente emular su estilo en algún momento y no ser algo 100% intocable. En la mitad de esto dice que es un poco extraño saber que ahora es un ícono de la moda y que las chicas realmente, digamos, look up to her, o sea, la ven como alguien a seguir. Pero it comes with the territory, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bueno, now you guys always are looking at people's images, their style, and the way they change. E had a pretty big makeover recently, right?
Huge.
Sí, E acaba de tener un cambio de imagen súper fuerte, digno de un fashion emergency o police o lo que sea. Well, it wasn't an emergency, we just got a new image. So, what do you think of the new image? Can you tell us a little bit?
It was an emergency.
It was an emergency, I
Get rid of
agree.
that red glitter wall that needed to go.
Excellent. So, what do you think of the new image?
I love it, the pop of culture and the black and white. It's just really fun and fresh, and I think that it shows where the network is going and how we are, E as a brand is, stepping outside of their comfort zone and really branching out and trying new things that are actually really working.
Yeah, and E is basically the network to go to for culture, for pop culture specifically. So it just entails everything from entertainment to style to fashion. And I just love that it's uncluttered, it's unfussy, it's very modern. And it's fun. It's still fun, which is really what entertainment is all about. If it's not fun, then we're not entertained. So.
Great.
We have that perfect mix of really fun and serious without getting too serious.
That sounds great. Para Kelly, la imagen tiene un balance muy preciso entre lo divertido y lo serio sin ser demasiado serio. Y George, como he was very proper.
I don't know how to sit in this seat because
I feel like
if I sit back, my feet won't hit the floor.
Dice que no sabe cómo sentarse porque si se echa más para atrás que los pies no le van a alcanzar el piso. Well, anyways, George, en sus palabras de experto, por supuesto, dice que le encanta la nueva imagen de I, que el rojo con brillo se tenía que ir, que le gusta mucho la forma en que esto se ve muy limpio y que el canal es un canal que habla de entretenimiento, de moda, de espectáculos y que es el destino predilecto tanto para nosotros como para las celebridades. Well, guys, you know, the actual production of this whole new image, ¿ustedes han visto la nueva imagen? ¿Han visto algún comercial o algo? Muchachos? ¿Se vale decir sí? Okay. Well, the experience of shooting it must have been grand. I mean, we had a great experience, some of the Latin American talent. We headed up to LA to the same sets where you guys were at, and we did the...
Did you know that those were the sets of the Golden Girls, the dressing rooms that we were in, were the Golden Girls dressing rooms? I was so excited.
Really?
Yes.
That is such a weird thing to say.
And it seemed like they hadn't redecorated them since the Golden Girls.
Pues estuvimos en todos los talentos de la región y de Estados Unidos juntos haciendo esta nueva imagen y todos los videos que están viendo. Y un dato curioso es que en los estudios los camerinos eran de las Golden Girls, no sé si recuerdan la serie de las tres señoras y viejas y la más vieja que era la mamá.
It was the dressing rooms. It was the dressing rooms.
It was the dressing rooms.
Not the sets, the dressing rooms.
Los camerinos, los camerinos. Y que dice George que curiosamente parece que no las han renovado desde entonces. Okay, se está tornando muy divertido, but I guess it's time to watch the video. How about we show them what we did?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's see it. Rodemos el video, por favor.
This is the first time we've seen it too.
Oh, really? Check it out. Yes.